Hello viewers. So today we will going to see P is in artificial intelligence. P is in AI means P is in artificial intelligence. So let's see why this P is used and what is the full form of this P is. So this basically P is used for grouping similar type of agents together. Okay, so it is used for grouping similar similar types of agents together. And what is the actual need of this one is, so it is required, okay, this piece is required for building a rational agent. Okay, this is required for building what? A rational agent. So this rational agent, what it can do, it can identify the problems. Okay, so this can identify the problems, and and after identifying the problem, it can specifically give the solution for that particular problem. So it can specifically can give solution can give solution to the identified problem, right? So P's is used, it is required for rational agent, okay, which can identify the problems, and it can specify or specifically can give the solution for that identified problem. So first thing, it is used for grouping similar type of agent. Second thing, it is required for designing a rational agent, okay, which can identify the problems and it can give the specifically the solution for that particular problem. Now let's see, what do you mean by specifically PEAN? Yes. So from P is your performance. P is your performance. Okay. Then E is your environment. E is your environment. A is your actuators. Actuators. And S is your sensors. Sensors. Okay, so from P it's performance, E environment, A is your actuators, and S is your sensors. So just see here, suppose there is one agent, okay, there is one agent and it's there in the environment. Okay, so this is environment, right? So what do you mean by this environment? For example, you can consider agent as anything, right? Anything which can perceive certain things from the environment and it can act to the environment. Okay, so depending on the perception, it will going to react to the environment. For example, if you consider car as an agent, right? So car, how the car can perceive, so suppose the car is moving on the road is the environment, the cars surrounding that my car will be the environment. Then whatever things are around that particular car, that is the environment basically. So if the car will going to sense certain things from the environment, let's say suppose the car will going to see the indicators of the next car, or it will going to see the signal, right? So it the car will going to take certain action. So how it will take the action? The car will going to take the action with the help of actuators. So actuators can give the commands, right, to the certain parts of the car, and which finally will the action will be taken, right? So for example, let's say suppose there is a car which is stopped in front of our car, so we're going to press the brake. Clear? So with the help of brake, we can stop the car. So basically that the agent, what it will do, it will take the inputs or percept from the environment, and it can give the output to the environment only. Okay, so basically here we'll be having, let's say, suppose from here it will going to sense, okay, percept, and it will perform certain action. So let's say the this agent is having certain sensors. Okay, so sensors will keep sensing the data, right? With the help of sensors it will acquire the inputs. So let's say the sensor will sense the data from the environment, right? So let's say suppose this is the environment, okay, and the agent itself will be surrounded by the environment. So it will going to perceive the data from the environment, and then based on that data it will going to perform certain task or action. Now suppose if you're talking about the human being, human beings are having different senses like ear, right, eyes, so touch. So different senses we are having, and with the help of those senses we will going to sense the data from the environment, right? And depending on that data we can take certain action. So, for example, if a mosquito will bite you, right? So from the skin, you will going to sense the data that mosquito is biting, and then that signal will be sent to your central nervous system, and depending on that, your central nervous system will going to perform certain tasks, right? So you will give the command. Your central nervous system will give the command to the hands to hit that particular mosquito. So this is what you will going to react. Now we'll see where P and all these where they are important. So let's say the first one P, that is the performance. So we're going to see with respect to artificial intelligence. Okay, so P is your it is the output which we get from the agent. So just remember this is the output which we will get from the agents. Second point. So what can be the output? So output can be like your results, okay, whatever results you are having. So results you will going to get from the from the agent as a form of processing, right? So after processing you will get the results, right? And that you will get from the agent. Third point is what? Third point is very important. So it can also specify, it can also specify, it can it can also specify so it can also specify the no I mean what is the objective, why, which kind of sensor we should prefer, right, to perceive the data. For example, suppose we want quick data, we want slow data, we want quality data, right? So depending on that, the different kinds of sensors can be preferred, right? Different kinds of sensors can be preferred. So this performance will specify the kinds of sensor to be used. Okay, what is the objective for that particular sensor and which kind of sensors to be preferred. So this is very important while designing, right, this point. So the performance is what? It's basically related to the output which we will get from the agents. So output will be normally in the form of results, so which we normally get after processing of the data. And then one important thing which it can specify, that is what is the objective of the sensor, okay, for which objective we are going to use the sensor, and then what kind of sensors we require, which kind of data we require from the sensors. So that specification can also be given by this performance, that is P. Then the next is E, that is your environment. So the first point is, okay, this environment is what? All the surrounding things, okay, and the conditions. All the surrounding things and the conditions. So all the surrounding things, all the surrounding things, and whatever is the condition is available. Okay, so that is first point. This is called as what? Environment. Second point is, okay, so This is the actually what is this is the actually real space where agent will going to work, right? So in the environment only it will going to perform the different types of tasks. From the environment it perceives the data, right? It keeps sensing the data from the environment. Then depending on the data whatever it will get, okay, it will make the decision and then it will going to perform the task in this space only. So this is the real space. This is actually the real space. This is real space where agent will perform. Agent will perform. So the what is environment? Environment is nothing but your all your surrounding things and conditions, okay, nearby that agent. And the second thing is this is a real space where the agent will going to perform the tasks, different tasks depending on what data it will going to process. Then the next is A. So let's see about A. That is what actuators. Actuators. So this actuator is what? This is nothing but this is nothing but interface. Okay, it's nothing but the interface between what? Interface through which the output is presented to the real world. Okay, this is actually the interface through which interface through which the is presented output is presented to the world. So interface through which the output is presented to the world. So these can be no these can be different types of devices. It may be hardware or software through which agent perform actions on the environment. Okay, so by using those it can perform the actions in the environment. So these can be different types of devices, right? It can be different types of devices. Different types of devices. And these may be software or hardware. Okay, these may be software or hardware. So this is the basically the interface through which the output is presented to the world. So after that, once we will finish this, we will see the example in which everything will be clear to you properly. Then let's see what do you mean by S. So S is nothing but your sensors, right? So sensors are what? This is basically the interface through which the input is taken from the real world. So our agents will keep sensing data from the environment by using these sensors. So the point is what? It is it is the interface. It is the interface through which is the interface input input is taken from the real world. Input is taken from the real world. From the real world. So sensors are very important. Through sensors only we will going to take, I mean the agents will going to take the data from the environment. Okay. Then let's take one example in which we will try to identify these four different parameters like performance, then environment, actuators, and sensors. So let's take the example of self-driving car. Example of self-driving car, or this is also called as what? Automated car. Self-driving car or automated car. Self-driving car or automated car. So let's see first P. That is what? Performance. So what different performance you want to see in the car, right? So car should be quick, right? Basically what I want to see, the car should be quick. Then the other thing is what? It should give me the safety, right? It should provide me safety. Then the next thing, uh, it should follow proper rules. I mean, it's automated car, right? So it should follow proper traffic rules. So it should follow proper traffic rules. Clear? So basically, so many things are there, but basically, I want to see these three, like quick. It should be quick, safety, and should follow proper traffic rules. Then let's say in E, that is the environment. What is there? Okay. So in the environment, when the car will be on the road, right? So the different cars surrounding it, I mean different vehicles, let's say different vehicles surrounding surrounding it. Then road itself, right? Road itself is what? Your environment. Then let's say if any potholes are there on the road, so potholes. Then traffic signals, right? Traffic signals, traffic signals. What else? Traffic signals. Then even the indicators, okay, indicators of the vehicle which are moving ahead, right? So those will also may come in this environment. Then let's say the actuators, A, that is the actuators. So in actuators, so what are the different things by which it will going to perform the certain task? So for example, accelerator is there, right? Accelerator, by which it can accelerate the car. Then brakes are there. Okay? Brakes are there. Then steering is there, right? Steering. Then gears are there. Gears are there, right? So these are the different actuators. Then let's say the sensors. So in the sensors, what can be different types of sensors which can be used in the car? So let's say infrared signals, infrared signals. Then what? Speed sensors can be used, right, to check the speed. So speed sensors can be used. Then we can have the engine sensor, right? Engine sensors. Then even we can have GPS tracking or GPS tracker, right? So basically we can have these different types of sensors, right? uh, Many are there. So this is example of self-driving car or automated car. So in performance, we want different things like quickness, safety. It should follow proper traffic rules. Environment, we want to have what? Different vehicles surrounding it. I mean, in the environment, what is there? Different vehicles surrounding it. The road itself, potholes, traffic signals, the indicators of the vehicle, right? Then in the actuators, we have accelerators, brakes, steering, and gears. In the sensors, different types of sensors can be used to sense the data, like infrared signals are there, speed sensors are there, then engine sensors are there, GPS tracker is there.